night feels heavier than before. Your thoughts are scattered on the floor. You try to hide it with a smile, but you've been hurting for a while. Every word cuts deep inside. Even silence feels too loud tonight. You don't have to hold it in, I can see where you've been. You don't have to be so strong. You've been carrying this too long. But you're still here. You're still breathing through the cracks. Your heart's still beating. Even when it feels too much, you're not lost, you're not out of touch. You're still here, and that's enough. Even when the road gets rough, you don't have to disappear. You made it through. You're still here. Morning light slips through your room, chasing shadows, chasing gloom. You don't see it, but it's there, a quiet hope inside the air. Every step you couldn't see still brought you where you're meant to be. You're stronger than you ever knew. Even on the days you lose, little by little you'll be okay. Even if it's not today, 'cause you're still here. You're still breathing through the pain. Your heart's still beating. Every tear you've ever cried didn't take away your light. You're still here, and that's enough. Even when it all feels tough, you don't have to disappear. You made it through. You're still here. And I know it's hard to see the end when you're breaking over and over again. But every scar you're holding now is proof somehow you made it out. So if you're barely holding on, just know you don't have to be alone. Yeah, you're still here. You're still breathing through the dark. Your heart's still beating. Even when you feel so small, you've been stronger through it all. You're still here, and that's enough. Even when it's feeling rough, you don't have to disappear. You made it through. You're still here. You're walking with a painted face, trying hard to hide the weight. Every "I'm fine" you say out loud feels like you're sinking in the crowd. Laughing when it's not sincere, wiping off another tear. No one sees the cracks beneath all the things you couldn't speak. You don't have to fake it now. You don't have to show them how. You don't have to smile tonight. You don't have to make it right. If your world is falling down, you can let it hit the ground. You don't have to hide the truth. You don't have to play it cool. If it hurts, just stay a while. You don't have to smile. All the pressure on your chest, trying just to do your best. Every moment feels too much, reaching out but losing touch. You've been holding every line like you're running out of time. But you don't have to pretend this is not the end. Let it out, you don't have to hide. There's no shame in what you feel inside. You don't have to smile tonight. You don't have to win this fight. If your heart is breaking down, you can let you lie awake, counting every breath you take. Thoughts are drifting in the dark, leaving shadows on your heart. City lights fade into blue, but the silence stays with you. Every second feels so long, like you're somewhere you don't belong. You don't have to fight it all. Even echoes need to fall. Through the quiet nights, you're not alone. Even if it feels unknown, every tear you try to hide is a wave that's passing by. Through the quiet nights, hold on slow. Even when you don't feel hope, there's a light you cannot see, still reaching quietly. Morning waits beyond the gray. Even if you can't feel it yet, there's a rhythm in your chest, beating softly through the rest. All the words you couldn't say didn't simply fade away. They're still echoing somewhere, floating gently in the air. Step by step you'll find the light, even in the longest night. Through the quiet nights, you're not alone. Even when you feel unknown, every tear you've ever cried didn't wash away your light. Through the quiet nights, hold on slow. Even when you've lost your hope, there's a light you cannot see, still reaching quietly. And I know that dark feels endless now, like it's never fading out. But the way you're holding on means the night won't last too long. Even stars can't always shine, still they burn beyond our sight. You're still here, you're still alive. That's enough to keep the light. Through the quiet nights, you're not alone. Even when it feels unknown, every piece you thought you lost still has meaning through it all. Through the quiet nights, hold on slow. Even when you've lost control, there's a light inside of you, breaking softly through. The night is quiet, but my mind's too loud. Your shadow's fading in the crowd. You say you're tired, can't fight no more. Standing halfway out the door, I see the weight behind your eyes, all the truth you try to hide. You don't have to walk away, not tonight. Just stay. If it's too much, you don't have to run. You don't have to face this all alone. Stay a little longer, don't let go. Even if your heart feels cold, you don't have to have it all figured out. Just breathe it now. Stay a little longer here with me. Even if you can't see what I see, you're closer than you think you are. Don't go too far. Morning's coming, soft and slow. There's a light you barely know. Even in your darkest place, hope is reaching through the gray. Every tear you tried to hide didn't fade but stayed alive. There's a reason you're still here, even through the fear. Take my hand, you don't have to fall. I'll be right here through it all. Stay a little longer, don't let go. Even when it hurts the most, you don't have to carry all this weight. We can share the load. Stay a little longer here with me. You're not who you think you'll be. There's a light inside your heart. Don't fall or die. I know you feel like giving up, like you've already had enough. But every second that you stay is a step you didn't waste. Even if you can't believe in tomorrow you can't see, I'll believe enough for two. I'll stay here with you. Stay a little longer, don't let go. Even when your hope is low, you don't have to face this on your own. You're not alone. Stay a little longer here with me. One more breath is all you need. You're stronger than you feel you are. Just stay where you are.
You've been walking on a wire, trying not to lose your fire. Every step feels like too much, reaching out but missing touch. You keep saying you're okay, while the colors fade to gray. Holding pieces in your hands, doing all the best you can. You don't have to hide the pain. You don't have to stand in the rain. It's okay to fall, it's okay to break. You don't have to carry all this weight. Every tear, every scar you show is just proof that you're still growing. It's okay to fall, you don't have to run. You don't have to be the only one when you feel like losing it all. Just remember, it's okay to fall. Little cracks begin to show where the light can slowly glow. Even in your darkest days, there's a spark that finds its way. Every time you hit the ground, you're still here, you're still around. Even broken, even torn, there's a strength that's being born. bad days. Even heroes need to crawl before they learn again to stand tall. Yeah, it's okay to fall, it's okay to break. You don't have to carry all this weight. Every tear you've ever cried didn't take away your light. It's okay to fall, you don't have to run, you don't have to be the only one. Even when you feel so small, just remember it's okay to fall. You say you're fine, but I can tell there's something deeper you won't tell. Your eyes are tired, your voice is low, holding things you won't let show. Every laugh feels out of place, like you're hiding in plain space. You don't have to say a word, I can feel what's never heard. You don't have to carry it alone, you don't have to face it on your own. I see your pain, you don't have to hide every tear you keep inside. You don't have to be so strong, I've been seeing it all along. I see your pain, I won't look away. You don't have to be okay. Even in your darkest place, I'm right here. I see your pain. All the nights you stayed awake, every breath that felt like break, every time you almost fell, there's a story I can tell. You don't have to wear that mask, you don't have to keep it masked. Even silence speaks so loud when you're lost inside the crowd. Let it out, you don't have to pretend, you don't have to hold it in again. I see your pain, you don't have to hide all the tears you pushed aside. You don't have to stand alone, you don't have to make it on your own. I see your pain, I won't turn away. Even on your darkest day, you don't have to find a way. I'll be here, I'll stay. And if the walls come crashing down and your world turns inside out, you don't have to hold your ground, you can lay your armor down. Every scar you try to hide has a place here by my side. You don't have to be afraid, I'm not going anywhere. I see your pain, you don't have to hide every tear you've kept inside. You don't have to be so strong, you've been holding on too long. I see your pain, I won't look away. I'm right here, I'm here to stay. Even in your darkest place, I'm right here. I see your pain. You've been running from the mirror, trying not to see it clearer. All the voices in your head telling you you're better dead. Every step feels like a war, you don't know what you're fighting for. But there's something deep inside that's still trying to survive. You don't have to lose yourself, you don't have to be someone else. Hold on till you don't let go, even when traces on the floor of who you were before, but they're not too far to find. Still alive inside your mind. Every breath you choose to take is a step you didn't break. Even when you feel undone, you're not finished, you're not done. Step by step you'll find your way. Hold on till you don't let go. Even when you feel alone, there's a light you cannot see, still alive inside of me. Hold on till you stay alive. You've been stronger through the fight. You don't have to disappear, you're still here. Just stay right here.
Heavy days are on your back, like a sky that's painted black. Every step feels slow and worn, like you've been fighting since you were born. People pass, they never know all the things you never show. Smiling just to get along, even when it all feels wrong. You don't have to hide your scars. You've been strong for way too long. Heavy days, but a soft heart. Even when you fall apart, you still care, you still feel. That's what makes your soul so real. Heavy days, but you're still kind. Even with the restless mind, in a world that's cold and hard, you're still holding a soft heart. Little cracks let in the light, even in the longest nights. You don't see it, but it's true. There's a quiet strength in you. Every tear you tried to hide left a door a bit more wide. Not just pain you're holding on, but a place where hope belongs. You don't have to fix it all. Even stars are meant to fall. Heavy days, but a soft heart. Even when it breaks apart, you still love, you still try. Even when you don't know why. Heavy days, but you still shine through the chaos in your mind. In a world The room feels smaller than before, shadows crawling on the floor. Every thought won't let you sleep, running circles way too deep. You try to hold it all inside, but it's spilling through the cracks tonight. Every "I'm okay" you say fades a little more away. You don't have to fix it now, you don't have to figure out how. Broken but breathing, still holding on. Even when all the light feels gone, every piece that fell apart still beats inside your heart. Broken but breathing, not too far gone. Even in the dark, you're moving on. You don't have to be everything. You're alive, you're still breathing. Morning light through tired eyes, doesn't feel like hope, just time. But every second that you stay is a step you didn't waste. All the way you couldn't say didn't make your soul just fade. Even shattered, even worn, there's a strength that's being born. Little by little you will see there's still a part of you that's free. Broken but breathing, holding on. Even when it all feels wrong, every tear you've ever cried didn't take away your light. Broken but breathing, still not done. Even when you feel undone, you don't have to be everything. You're alive, you're still breathing. And I know it feels like you're alone, like there's nowhere left to go. But the fact you're standing here means you made it through the fear. Every scar you're holding now is a silent, sacred vow. You didn't fall without a fight, you survived another night. Broken but breathing, still holding on. Through every night that felt too long, every piece that fell apart couldn't take away your heart. Broken but breathing, still you rise. Even with those heavy eyes, you don't have to be everything. You're alive, you're still breathing. You've been walking through the dark, trying to protect your heart. Every step feels out of place, like you're lost without a trace. All the nights you couldn't sleep, all the promises you couldn't keep, still you made it through somehow. Even if you don't know how, you don't have to see it now, you don't have to figure out. Hey, light finds you even in the dark, through the cracks inside your heart. Every shadow fades away when it finally finds your way. Light finds you, don't be afraid. Even when the sky turns gray, you don't have to search so hard, it will meet you where you are. Morning breaks in quiet tones, softly through the stones. Even if you miss the sign, hope is moving line by line. Every tear you tried to hide